practice out in the woods today. Been out here for about 4 hours now. Mainly scouting, looking for a good location for my winter camp. And that's the most important thing, is location. Converted an old 7x7 Sundome into a hot tent. I packed that out today. On my next trip I'll probably bring my computer panel stove that I built. This is my first winter camp I've set up in a few years. I set it up now. I actually have a support beam inside my tent, so if we do get a heavy snowfall, which we were supposed to today, it's not going to collapse my tent. I built all kinds of walls to deter wildlife from coming into this area. I've set up tents like this before, never had any problems with wildlife shredding it. Just finished building my spruce bough bed. I got supports underneath, so I can always add a few more logs to raise it higher. Right in the center there, that's where my stove will go. I got very long legs on it. Been testing it out during the summer. There's my support for my roof until the snow comes. And unfortunately, every time I climb in and out of this tent, there's so much UV damage on it that I keep making more rips. You can see there's a rip right there, so I can't guarantee that this will work. I'm not going to build anything too elaborate because I never stay in the same location, year after year. I'm not going to build something really permanent and then move to another location next year. I like to explore, and I get really bored coming to the same area all the time. So every winter is somewhere different. Well guys, I got a pretty good lunch today. Baked potato, fried pierogies, and 2 steaks and a couple of buns. Doesn't get any better than that. That was a pretty tasty meal. My original plan was to bring my gun out, do a little squirrel hunting, but I'll take a steak over squirrel any day. I'm just going to get all cleaned up, put on my backpack, and do some more exploring. I'm leaving camp now. The next time I'll be back in this area, there should be about 2 feet of snow on the ground. Another reason why I chose this location is you can only get here by foot. You know, you can't get a snowmobile or quad in here, which is really good for me. I don't want anyone finding my little shelter. And another thing is I brought out a roll of this, I call it just junk cord. Just cordage that you can use up for doing lots of tying around camp instead of wasting your paracord. It's like a trophy-sized piece of petrified wood as far as hiking goes. And I got another one here. It's kind of a bad hobby I have, is collecting heavy rocks to drag around. It's not my only hobby. I like skulls and feathers and stuff like that too. But so I got to decide on whether it's worth to take this piece home or stash it somewhere and get it some other time. Well, on my way back, carrying this big heavy piece of petrified wood, I found an even bigger piece. I wasn't even really looking either. But look at that. See all the rings in it. It's a really nice piece. But this probably weighs like 15 pounds. I just tried sending a text, and my phone says that there's no available networks, so that means I'm way out middle of nowhere. So I'm going to start heading back. I don't want something to happen. Note to self, do not collect petrified wood any longer.